Number 22 is very similar to number 21 in that they want us to convert liters to milliliters because they say the Atlanta Falcons bring 20 liters of Gatorade to every football game. The players drank 8,500 milliliters, and it's asking how many milliliters of lemonade did the Falcons have left over. So first thing I need to do is convert this 20 liters to milliliters. So King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. I start with 20 liters. Liters is a unit to milliliters. 1, 2, I'm moving 3 to the right. So I start with 20. The decimal point always goes after. I'm going to move it 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. So 20 liters is 20,000 milliliters. So I'm going to take 20,000 milliliters because that's what the Falcons started with. The players drank 8,500. So I'm going to subtract 8,500. And I'm going to do 20,000 minus 8,500. And I get 11,500 milliliters left over. Alright, number 23 asks, what is the appropriate unit of measure used to describe the following items? So if I wanted to measure my computer screen, should I measure in feet, inches, yards, or meters? Yards and meters are large. A yard is 3 feet and a meter is almost 3 feet. So I know those can't be right because my computer screen is not that big. My computer screen is about 1 foot, so that would not be very accurate. So I would measure my computer screen in inches. If I were measuring my desk, again, yards and meters are too big. I do not want to measure a desk using yards or meters. Inches are too small because a desk is going to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to measure it in feet. If I measure in feet, I'm going to get the most reliable measurement of a desk. Alright, number 24 is another unit question. It says the scale on a road map is 1 inch equals 300 miles. How many inches would represent 2,000 miles? So I start with 2,000 miles and I'm going to convert that to inches. So it's asking me how many inches. So 2,000 miles times sign line. What goes up must come down, so miles is going to go on the bottom, inches on the top. They tell me to put 1 by inch, 300 by mile. Multiply straight across the top. 2,000 times 1 is 2,000. 300 times this invisible 1 here is 300. Miles cancel out, so I'm left in inches. So my last step is to divide. 2,000 divided by 300, I get 6.66666, so I'm going to say 6.6 repeating inches. Number 25. At Hobby Lobby, a 6-yard piece of fabric costs $67.82. What is the price per inch? So we start with price per yard. So we say $67.82 for 6 yards. And it wants me to convert yards to inches. Because I already have a price, I don't have to convert that price. I'd be going from price to price and yards to inches. 1 yard equals 3 feet. 1 foot equals 12 inches. So they did not give me these conversions on your test. They will, so don't worry about that. So I need to convert yards to feet, feet to inches. So I know this is going to be 2 steps. Yards to feet, feet to inches. Because yards are on the bottom, I'm going to put yards on the top and feet on the bottom. 1 yard equals 3 feet. Yards are canceled, so now I'm in price per feet. I need to get feet to inches. So feet on the top, inches on the bottom. 1 foot equals 12 inches. Feet cancel out. I'm left with price per inch. So if I multiply across the top, I get $67.82 times 1 times 1. So $67.82. And on the bottom, I have 6 times 3 times 2, which equals 36. So now I'm going to divide 67.82 divided by 36, and it is $1.88 per inch. Alright, moving right along, number 26 says that the length of a rectangular pool is 4 units longer than the width. Which expression would be used to represent the perimeter of the pool? Remember, perimeter means add all the sides. The length, we'll call this the length, and this the width. Whenever you start with a problem like this, you are going to label both sides the same. All of the sides are the same until they tell you what's different. They tell you that the length of the pool is 4 longer, or 4 bigger. So to make this 4 bigger, I'm going to add 4. So now my length is 4 bigger than my width. I know that these two sides match up and these two sides match up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all 4 sides. So I have x plus 4 plus x plus x plus 4. I can combine my like terms. I have x, and x. X plus x plus x plus x is 4x. And then I have 4 plus 4, which is 8. So the perimeter of this pool could be represented by 4x plus 8. Alright, last page. Number 27 says that Elijah is 2 years older than twice the age of his sister Paris. And it wants us to write an equation for Elijah's age. So we're going to put E for Elijah equals 2 years older than twice the age of Paris. So he's 2 more than twice Paris's age. 2p represents twice Paris's age, and he's 2 years older than that. So the correct equation would be Elijah's age equals 2 plus 2p. So just on number 27, it will be a multiple choice question, so make sure that you are looking at each answer choice and verifying that it says 2 more than twice the age of Paris. Number 28. If A is rational and B is rational, the product of A and B must be rational. Just like a question we did before, a rational times a rational gives you a rational. A rational times an irrational gives you an irrational. And an irrational times an irrational also gives you an irrational. So rational times rational is rational. Whenever you have an irrational number, the irrational number wins. So because it's rational and rational, the correct answer is rational. Whew, a lot of rational right there. Alright, numbers 29 and 30 on your exam are going to be constructed response. So when you're answering these questions, you need to take your time and show all of your work. The more work you show, the more credit you're going to get. So for number 25, they want us to simplify this expression, and it looks like they just want us to distribute and combine like terms. So distribute and combine like terms. This is an addition problem, so you cannot use box distributive or FOIL. You have to distribute and combine like terms. So I'm going to start by distributing this 2x squared. I'm going to put a 1 everywhere I'm missing a 1 so that I remember to multiply the coefficients by 1 and add the exponents by 1. So 2 times 1 is 2, x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. 2x squared times negative 3x is negative 6x to the 3rd. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. X squared times x to the 1st is x to the 3rd, because 2 plus 1 is 3. 2x squared times negative 5 is negative 10x squared. Now I'm going to distribute a positive 1 to everything in the parentheses that follows it. So 1 times 3x cubed is 3x cubed. 1 times 2x squared is 2x squared. 1 times 7x is 7x. And 1 times 18 is 18. So all I did for my first step was distribute my coefficients, and my second step, combine like terms. I have a negative 6x cubed and a positive 3/6x cubed, negative 10x squared, positive 2x squared. I don't have any more x to the fourths, I don't have any plain x's, and I don't have any more constants. So I'm going to drop down that 2x to the fourth, negative 6x cubed plus 3, negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3x squared, cubed, 3, we're looking at that one. Negative 10x squared plus 2, negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8x squared. And then I'm going to drop down the 7x and the 18. So my final answer would be 2x to the fourth minus 3x cubed, that's a 3, minus 8x squared plus 7x plus 18. So I distribute and combine like terms because this is an adding problem. When you multiply variables, add the exponents. When you add variables, leave the exponents. Remember that. That's the biggest part of adding and multiplying polynomials, is remembering that when you multiply the variables, you add their exponents. When you add the variables, you leave their exponents. Last but not least, number 30 says that a rectangle has a length of 3 meters and a width of 60 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the rectangle in centimeters? So when I think perimeter, I'm thinking of adding, and I need to figure out what it is in centimeters. So I'm going to draw a picture. It has a length of 3 meters and a width of 60 centimeters. So this side would also be 3 meters and this side would also be 60 centimeters. If you notice, you have centimeters and meters. Centimeters and meters cannot be added because they are not the same unit. What this means is I need to convert two of these sides in order to get all of my sides to have the same unit. Because the question wants my answer in centimeters, I need to convert meters to centimeters. So King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. I'm starting with 3 meters. Meters is a unit. The decimal starts after the number, and I need to go to centimeters. So I need to move it 1, 2 to the right. So 1, 2, I fill those in with zeros. I get 300 centimeters. So now I'm going to draw a new picture, and I'm going to label this 300 centimeters, 60 centimeters, 300 centimeters, 60 centimeters. Last but not least, because they want perimeter, I'm going to add all of the sides. So this would be 300 plus 60 plus 300 plus 60. 300 plus 60 plus 300 plus 60. My calculator can do that for me. 300 plus 60 plus 300 plus 60 is 720. Do not forget to put your unit. They want centimeters as my unit. So I put 720 centimeters for my final answer. We have just worked through all 30 questions on that study guide. There will be 30 questions on the test. 28 are multiple choice, 2 are free response. Make sure you study this, watch the video 2-3 times, however many times you need to feel fully confident on every single question on this packet. I will see you soon, and study hard.